This is actually an older journal which has already been listed on Etsy, but now as I don't have time and I actually don't have so much inspiration to start a new journal, I'm still recovering. Just maybe good in a chronic stage, not recovering. But anyway, I changed it. I have added a couple of things here. I altered a couple of things, and now I want. And in my previous flip through, this journal was different and it was not explained. So I want to explain it now. So it's 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters, and you can see the cover. It's hardcover, made of cardstock and covered with craft paper. The craft paper, the patches and strings, and they are stripes. Sorry, they are glued and sewn together with different pieces of fabric, patterned paper, and so on. This is a brad, die cuts, a lot of die cuts, because I have a collection of dies and I miss using them. Actually, maybe I need to restart, but sometimes I feel just guilty for getting back down back to business when everything is like burning. So the brads, then 2 brads are, and together with some sewing, they fix the cover to the spine as well. The spine is there is a double spine, a hidden one with the main part, with the signatures, and the outer spine, which is, it's like cotton, botanical cotton fabric, and you can see there's some space. I'm not gonna just, I don't want to deform it or something. And the second side, the back side is just plain as that. It's interesting. I like this design. It's not my invention. I have seen it a couple of times, and I actually have made some journals like this because it's like it looks interesting, I would say. So here is the cotton ribbon. It's a little bit covered with gesso, with white gesso, to give it a more wasted, shabby look. I don't know. Here is a tag, the name tag, which says Botanical Journal Album, Whispering Grass, with the name of the album, which is actually the mixture of a photo album and a journal. And it says the name is the Whispering Grass. It holds the date of the latest update, and my brand name, which is Meditative Scrapbooking, my signature, and so on. This is something where you can find me by googling this Meditative Scrapbooking keywords. This is the first page, which is actually the combination of patterned paper. This is the collection. I used the collection of professional archival quality paper, which comes from the brand which no longer exists. It's a Russian name, some Eco paper. It's Russian or Ukrainian. I just don't remember it exactly. So it's really posh, I would say, luxurious, because this was just a total craze. It was very famous, and now the line is over. So let me show you here. You can see some die cuts, fussy cut images, some sequins, and a piece of skeleton leaf, yeah. And here is a small flip with a brad, and it's like that. You can see that you can take notes, hidden notes, and so on. One more label which says property of. It's just for you to put a name here, if you want it for a gift or for yourself, or it can be used as a photo album for your nature trips, or it can be used as a family album, whatever, in fact, or travel journal as well, because for me traveling very much is combined with botanical stuff. Here is actually an envelope, and you can use it as a card holder, picture holder, like this. I'm going to use this to show you, to demonstrate how to keep the pictures. And here we can see the inside part, which is also for photos. And I think I will put a couple of things here for you to be a surprise for the owner of this journal, to have some surprise. Yeah, I will put something there. Some pieces that you could use, you can use for the decoration. Okay, and here is another flip. There are a lot of flips and pockets and hidden pockets and so on, and envelopes as well. You're gonna find some surprise there. I'm not gonna show which, just to make it more fun. And also die cuts, brads, and fussy cut images from the same collection of paper. And then this is the second part of the layout. One more flip, or like unfolded flip, and you can see as well 2 places for your pictures and or your notes or anything. And this is, and I think it will look nice if you put some picture here, and you can see this is kind of transparent. And a brad, and a tiny bag, green bag, which fits perfectly nice here, and a saccharine. And as well, everything is fixed with these strings. And then I made a change. I added a lot of places, a lot of pages to write on. I decorated them, and I combined different botanical vintage stuff from the former USSR, from Soviet Union books, on botanical things, and some stamping. And I used here the technique of mid journals, when you fix the pages, not gluing them, not sewing them in, but just loosely putting them inside. And this one is a string, and you can easily add more pages here, or take this out and keep them as notes if necessary, and so on. So they are loosely moving. I'm not going to show it, just not to waste time. So let me illustrate. This is the picture from the Botanical journal, and it tells about the bluebells, the topical one. Some stamping on coffee dyed pages. This is a Russian English dictionary pages set. You can see a lot of them. This is the notebook, coffee dyed notebook page with some stamping. Also a nice notebook page stamping, as you can see. And that's it. Some stamping as well. One more envelope with a secret there, and 2 more pictures can be held. So one like this, as you can see, and one like this. Or you can leave it as is. Die cuts. These ones are made with chipboard die cut, and it's a handmade chipboard. It's not bought. I will show how I did it while I'm going to make a tutorial, and it's very simple, but I will show how I do it. How you can use your dies and die cuts to create your own things. This is another page with lace. This is the birchwood cork heart shape, as you can see it, and some lace, cotton lace, some strings, as well some place for pictures, and some sequins, and another set of botanical book pages. This one is from a vintage Russian book, maybe something like 90s or 80s of the previous century. Stamped pages. This one is coffee dyed newspaper page, and this one is non-coffee dyed, is originally vintage page from one of the leaflets or A4 books I have, and was one of the pages was absolutely nicely dyed without any coffee, so I used it here. And one more coffee dyed page. This one is green stamping, and so you can even see the leftovers of the torn side. So I left it here to show that it's a real thing, genuine one. And some stamping again, and some pages again with botanical illustrations. Another layout. It's also, this is a natural, genuine chipboard. I bought it, and some notes and some Russian words in Russian that say «Шелест утренних звезд под ногами». It says like the shuffle of morning stars under your feet. Sounds great. I'm not so good at translating poetic stuff on the fly, but I wasn't actually meaning to translate it, but okay. So one more layout as well, some photo space, and a lot of fussy cut stuff. You can guess how much time it takes usually to fussy cut all these things, but it's amazing, I would say. And my daughter is, when she lived with me, she was crazy about that, but now she lives alone, and she has a lot of different stuff to enjoy. So this is a ledger piece. It's a piece of form, tractor driver form, and it's clean. You can use it. This is a very interesting page from the Botanical Garden local garden calendar, and you can use it as like as piece for notes. And it was a beautiful page with this writing space, so I couldn't help using it. Just when I see something, I still feel excited about all the type of pages or paper that I can only see. These are some pieces of advice on gardening in Russian, and one more place for your notes. I would like to stop more on this page because it's, first of all, it holds a lot of stuff inside. First of all, it has this extra writing notepad. It's like I don't know how many fold it is, but you can see a small pocket here with these notes. This, as you can see, it's a textured one. I made these lines for writing myself. Embossed them with a tool and with my hands. It took some time, but the result is interesting. So these are the pages, and here is one more pocket with one more page like that with these, embossed lines, and another page in green with some stamping, and it can also be used for writing. And one more, and here you can see it can be folded like that, and you can put some pictures here, 2 pictures actually, and this piece, and then you can close it and do it like that. And this piece I would like to specify. It's a handmade clay chip or topper. I made it myself, and this is the pressed plant. It's a real plant actually, it wasn't pressed, and it's a real plant from my garden, which I no longer have because we had to sell our garden, our country house, and now I am a city dweller. So that's it. This is small and nice, and it holds the image of the long ago beauty. Okay, one more composition, and also with one more handmade piece, artisan piece that I made. This is a nice, I would say it looks better here. It's a piece of plastic chip. It's 100% made by myself. Just the plastic wasn't mine. Like, I didn't make the plastic, but as for the rest, it's a piece that it can be used as an anchor to keep your picture here, together with this photo corner, or just as a decoration, because it's kept by a brand. So there are a lot of techniques here, mixed media, stamping, but it's absolutely safe, and no images and colors will be blurred. Here is the piece of die cut decoration. It's also it's not flat. It's covered with some layers of different media and some paste, and so I'm also going to make a quick tutorial on how to make these decorations like this. because simple die cuts like this, for example, like this, they are nice, but just sometimes they are too plain, and you want some difference, variety. This is a picture from another Russian botanical book, and as far as I remember, it's about medicinal plants. I put it here because it matches the color of the background somehow. Yeah, there are some pages, some layers, as you can see. Yeah. And some stamping, again, a lot of space for writing. And different types of paper. I tried to use different sorts of paper, not just one color, at least in the journals like this. Stamping. All the stamping here is made with distress inks. So they are water solvable, so probably soluble. Doesn't matter. They leak, so don't water this journal. Okay, that's it. And another layer. You can also lay out. You can also see this another side, the other side of this type of cork hearts, and they look like that. You can see pieces of chipboard, one skeleton leaf as well, pieces of it, and the piece on the chipboard says, "Be joyful," something like that. One more layout, also 2 pieces for your pictures. And I would like to warn you, and anywhere where you can see these photo corners, most often they come from one direction, and most often they get very easily torn. So please be careful when you insert your picture there. These parts are very unsafe, yeah, I would say. So as well, another page from a Russian botanical magazine, which is called Young Nature Lover. My older subscribers, you know this journal. I have a small collection of the issues, and I use of the volumes, and I use a lot of pages from there. And you can also see the matching of the color. That's the principle. This one comes probably from 1989. Yeah. So as well, stamping. This is a page from the school children's diary, where they write down their homework. They get their grades here, and here the signatures of the teacher. They should come here. Yeah. More stamping on more pages. Looks like that, and like that, and like this. A lot of stamping, you see. And yes, this is a doily image. When I used it while to cover this page when I was coffee dyeing it. And another side. One more layer, also with many things to play with. It's rather interactive, I would say. It's not just you open it and see it. You need to do something. Another flip and another secret here. Actually, 2 secrets. You probably can recognize, those of you who are crazy of things like this, you can probably recognize Craft Glassine piece. This is from Tim Holtz collection. I bought it tons of years ago, and I printed an image on it, and now it looks like, old leather with an image and a small picture tag. Okay, and it can be used as a fold to keep the whole construction. And this is an envelope, part of the envelope. As you can see, this is the main one, where also there is a place for picture. And this is the envelope, which can keep different stuff like this card. And these cards, what they are for, okay? Actually, you can glue a picture on it, a smaller picture. You can put another piece and write some note, some secret note, use it as a card, or even to put some dried plant or flower on it, and it will look great. So I will close it like this, and another envelope where also I will include something tiny and nice, and something surprising. This is another photo corner, and this piece of vellum Actually, I told you probably that I was crazy about parchment craft, pergamano they call it. So since then I have a lot of stuff leftovers like that. So this was my tracing, embossing experience, and this is a butterfly in the pergamano technique. And here you can fold it and close it, and I just don't like these things, but they are quite okay. It's just because I haven't done this for a long time. And this Russian note says, journal in sport says, dissolving your soul in simplicity, something like that. Oh wow, one more favorite. I'm sorry, I'm not bragging, and I know it's not very humble, but I love it. It's one of my long-going projects, and you can put a picture inside, and here is a twig with a hanging composition of some skeleted leaf, some die cuts, lace leaf, metal leaf, one more clay chip with embossed real leaf. You can feel the texture. It's like and covered with different colors, and one more die cut leaf. So and string and so on. And I like it. Sorry. So this is the music sheet page from. It's something about some Belarusian song, as far as I remember, a folklore song, but I will see it on the second side of the page. Stamping. This one is very old. It's something from 90s. Also, this is not dyed, coffee dyed. This is the natural color of the old paper. It was my old notebook where I wrote down the new words when I was studying English, and I still have it. Oh, this is a cool thing. This is actually a page from the hunting book, or the magazine of Hunt, old vintage. I bought it like a year ago in some old bookshop, and I use different pictures, images from that. These are the articles on Hunt and hunting. It's 1991. I remember exactly the date. Okay, also in Russian. And this one, yeah, it's about it's a folklore song about a cat who went to the forest, something like that. And this one says, it's pretty the same. You can see some more vellum pieces and some layers and sequins, but this one says, let yourself be happy. Sounds interesting. Okay, and that's the last layout. Also technically interesting, I would say, with another envelope where you will find something. And there are some cotton layers and some composition with many details to look at and investigate and see and touch and feel, and sequins and so on. And one more notepad. This old bow doesn't want to let it open. Like, I haven't opened it for many. Oh yeah, I have forgotten. For many days I have forgotten how to untie the bows. Oh, so let me show it. So this one is glued and fixed because it serves like just a decorative piece, and also can be used as a journaling spot or picture spot. And this one is a small notepad with a page from also old Botanical book. Why using these pages inside? First of all, you can definitely, if you use black ink or dark ink, you can write on them, or they are cool for drawing and for stenciling and for stamping and for a lot of stuff. And some pages for notes, for hidden secret notes or for anything. and another sport for photos. Just it. So, and these are fixed with this paper clip, and then I don't know what you call this one. We call them. I just even have forgotten what we call them here. This type of ribbon. You can call it probably sari silk ribbon, but we call it something else. I don't remember actually. So that's that. The full description with the amount of pages and characteristic and shipping and price, they can all be found in my Etsy shop, and I hope you didn't get lost in my words, in my stories, in my complaints to some extent, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And next video is gonna be probably on a couple of kits. If you remember, I made and I sold some journal kits, so I have collected some more different. Usually they are all different because I am not a manufacturer. I just pick stuff that I decided that I will never be able to use just because I don't have so much time left, and many things left as well. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, write them down below in the comment section. Welcome to my Facebook group. The links to my Facebook and Instagram and to my Etsy shop you will find below this video in the description box. And I hope it all worked this time, the whole story and the whole project, and I hope I'll be able to keep up, and you'll be able to keep up as well. I know that the whole world is suffering the second wave. Okay, I'm not going to comment upon that because sad thoughts come to my mind comparing the evil with COVID. I'm not sure. The evil of humans with COVID, I'm not sure which is more. I am sure that COVID is much more humanistic probably. But anyway, forget it. Right now I'm looking out of the window and I see amazing view out of my apartment window. I will probably share it with you one day, but I need to clean a little bit on my balcony. Now it's total mess. I hope to do it before all the leaves are down. Now I can see something really nice. This is my new place. Now I no longer live in Minsk. I live in my it's not my native town, but it's my hometown. It's a small place. It's still not very different from the rest of the country. So hope to be able to rejoin you, and I hope you will be able to rejoin me in, at least in, I don't know, in celebrating the nature, because nature is the only thing that that is good, I would say. Sorry to say. See you soon. Hopefully, maybe not very soon. And stay safe. Get going. And bye-bye.